this one is from KYLIE. So KYLIE, it's not from KYLIE, but it's what KYLIE did. So she is reported that she is counterfeiting designs from smaller brands. So there are two incidents. There is one from there is a cake incident, and there is a dress incident. Let's start with the cake one, right? So this is basically. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of It's Not That Deep with me, your host Tracy, and and I would like to introduce our wonderful guest this week. She is one of the founders of Girls Got Faith, and it's a really wonderful organization, but I'm not going to talk about it, so I'm going to let her talk about it. So welcome. Hi.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Hannah Linda. I am a founder of Girls Got Faith and Girls Get Together, and essentially we are a group that talks to girls. And we try to talk to girls about God, mental health, and self-development. And so we've had a few events, and we have a few coming up. And yeah, we just hope to make a difference and touch girls where we can.
That's beautiful. So let's not waste any time. Let's get right into.
Yes, ma'am.
So we have an icebreaker. Okay, I know you, but I have this. I have to have this with every person.
Yeah.
So I have a little icebreaker, right? Do you have any hot takes?
Hot takes. About what?
About anything.
Let me see. I don't think, this is kind of controversial, right? But I don't think flowers.
More controversial the better.
I don't think flowers are a good gift, for like Valentine's or anything, because I don't know, it's never gone to me. That's my controversial take. My friends say my romantic bone is dead, so that might be my problem.
So you don't like flowers at all?
No.
Wow.
It's never really stood out to me, because for me it's like, get me food, get me something that I can touch or something that I can keep. With flowers, they'll die.
Yeah.
I don't know, it sounds rude. But yeah, it's never really stood out to me.
Jeez, man,
Yeah.
that's tough. Well, anyways, it's not that deep, so we move on. So my hot take is that Neil Armstrong, the first guy, he did actually go to the moon.
I kind of agree though.
Yeah, because the flag is waving. It's waving. And there is no air in the moon, so what is happening? Are we being scammed?
We could I've been watching videos of conspiracy theories that they didn't actually go to the moon because we've never gone back, and I've been like, exactly. It makes sense. I mean, it's a possibility. It's there. I'm just saying
he didn't go. There was just some green screen there. They took some photos. Wakazani kwamba huko kuna upepo, kwa they make sure the flag is. But it's just a vote.
I mean, but that would be such a huge scam though, wouldn't it? That would be such a huge scam. Because it's a 30, 40, how many years scam going on?
We taught this in school. That he's the first person to land on the moon.
Yeah.
I don't know who has gone next.
No one has, and that's my point. I don't know. You never know, but it's not giving. It's not giving.
All right. All right, so we have some would you rather questions.
Okay.
All right. Would you rather be banned from all computer use for a year, or not be allowed to eat any desserts or sweets for a year?
Desserts or sweets?
Simply like that.
Yeah. It's an easy choice. I don't have a sweet tooth.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Because I'm thinking cheesecake, tiramisu.
I love cheesecake though. I really love tiramisu. I love it, but I don't have a sweet tooth. So it's even when I'm craving, it's always salt food. So it's it's not really till it takes me to crave chocolate or something, that takes a while. So I'm not even worried. It's off my head. If you give me sweets with anything else that I use more, I'm gonna choose the other thing. Cause
I get it though. I get it. I like sweets, but I'm not like that.
Yeah,
so in the computer, I use a computer a lot.
Exactly, and I work on my computer, so I need it for work. But it's if you ask my friends though who love chocolate, they'd be like, no, absolutely, I can't live without it, and I can't get that.
All right, okay. Would you rather live in Narnia or attend school at Hogwarts?
Attend school at Hogwarts sounds so nice though.
But the death threats, the amount of times you can encounter death, it's.
I mean, I guess
even Narnia though.
Yeah, but Hogwarts seems so fun. It seems so much. I don't know. It's so exciting. Like every time I've watched Harry Potter, it's just so.
It is exciting, but like the near death, the competition.
That's what makes it fun, though.
My death.
Yes,
No,
yes,
no,
yes.
no.
Death is exciting. If you think of it like that, you won't even be scared of death. You'll be looking forward to death. Exciting.
Are you looking for?
That's besides the point. That's not my point. My point is the more risky, the more fun, the more exciting.
Yeah, no. I'd rather live in Narnia and then try to ride a dragon, cause no.
Riding a dragon sounds so nice though. I don't know. I'm just saying. It sounds like the idea. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Last one. Be incredibly wealthy but never fall in love or get married. Or have a happy marriage but be poor.
Yeah. Yeah. You're basically taking me love of money.
Basically.
That's a hard one.
That was hard though. It's hard. It's easy.
I mean, I want to say money, cause like, I don't know. Yeah, I want to say money, because, but then again, I don't know. Love is cute.
Are you seriously telling me that you want me to risk my life for cute?
Love is cute though. I mean, to be honest, I'd rather be accomplished, definitely, because I'm a very like career focus driven person. So it's like I would love to have my career first, definitely. Yeah. But love is cute though. I'm just saying.
But like imagine like a private jet.
Yeah, but like they'll get old.
Well,
I feel like everything nice does get old. Like for example, have you ever gone out so much in one go, it doesn't hit anymore? Yeah. It's like that.
But I need to eat though.
You eat with
love?
Yeah. It's okay to be hungry if you're in love.
No.
I sound so hypocritical saying this because I'm literally not the one.
Not me. Not me.
I think love is cute, but I think a career first, definitely. Just because I feel like we're cold for more than just love. Yeah.
I feel like love is very, I don't know, me, I have a weird sense of what, like romance, what it is, because I feel like it's like a manipulation tactic, basically.
Well, that's a different take.
Because I'm trying to convince you that what I feel in my chest is so much more important than art.
Okay, I've never heard that take.
Like,
I mean, but that feeling is so strong because that feeling pushes people to do things.
It does, though. I mean, it does.
Yeah.
No, don't. I choose money all the time, all the way. I'm a material girl. That's what I am.
And you're
I'll go
owning it.
bigger if you must. But that's what I am. So that's it for the icebreakers. Now we have a little bit of questions to get to know you a bit, right? For the people to know you. So what was your inspo for like the GGT and all that?
I love this question.
Yeah.
Because I have the most unserious answer. It was a TikTok. Okay.
You are not serious. That is not a serious answer.
I'm actually so serious. It was actually a TikTok. Okay, so for reference, of course it was more than a TikTok because there's so many like inspirations and things around it. But like a TikTok is what kind of pushed me over the edge. Like I remember when I watched a TikTok and it had this thing called Christians Girls Get Together. And I was just like, oh, that seems fun. So I was just like, I wonder if I should do it, you know? And then I forgot about the TikTok and it took me such a while to get back to it. And finally, I remember it kept on, the TikTok kept on like coming to my head, like maybe you should do it. And I was just like, too much work. It's too much work. It's too expensive. It's like, who would be interested in it? Yeah. And then after a while, I was just like, I was praying and I told God that, you need to give me confirmation. And I got confirmation. That's when I was just like, okay, let's go. But like the initial idea was a TikTok. Yeah.
Well, they say God finds a way to talk to you. So you might be scrolling through TikTok and then a random Christian person pops up and you're like, then you feel guilty when you scroll.
Yeah, that happens so much.
And then what if it's God trying to talk to me? So you swipe back down.
Yeah,
And like, you
and
have
it's
to
the fact that the TikTok right after you watch it for so long and you're just like, no, but I skipped the other one. Let me go back.
Alright. So what is like okay, what would you say? Are you like a religious or spiritual? And it, like what's the difference of that?
Religious or spiritual? I think that religious is doing things out of habit and routine. So I think that a lot of us, and I've been at this point before, where I did things out of routine. So I think that's when religious comes in. So, for example, pray every day, do devotion, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this. That's religion because you're following a certain order. And sometimes you can actually get guilty because
When you don't.
yeah, when you don't, because it's religion. You, in your head, you're thinking, I have to do this in order to get closer to God. I have to do this in order to be okay. But I feel like being spiritual or being more in tune with God is creating a relationship where you realize that God loves you so much that even if you don't do devotion today, He'll still love you.
And that's crazy to me. That's so crazy. When I just sometimes I can't even understand it. I can't understand the logic of it because we as humans we want that unconditional love, but
Oh,
we
yeah.
fail to realize that it only comes from two people. At most one, two if you're lucky. One being like your mother, right? Unconditional from your mother. That makes sense. And the other one is from God. Anybody else, it's conditional.
And actually,
And unconditional is like loving you with every like all the darkest, nastiest, every evil part of you.
yeah,
It's crazy to me. It's sometimes it doesn't even make sense in my head.
it really doesn't, because I think that we're so used to human love that we forget that God is love. So what I mean by that is that we're so used to, for example, even your parents, they have expectations with their love. They expect you to do well in school. They expect you to get a job.
Yeah.
It's like if you
Return on that
you
investment,
have
baby.
exactly like they invested so much money in you.
Yeah.
They're taking you to uni and everything. But then, so then we always think that God's love is like our parents' love, and our parents' love does have conditions sometimes. But we need to realize that God is love. God is not limited by either you do well or you do badly. God is not limited by none of that. God is just like, I love you either way. And I've actually been diving into this and I found it so crazy because I've been like, I never used to be able to come to terms with the fact that, God loves me either way. Because I'm just like, there's no way. There's absolutely no way. And it's like learning that, kind of coming to terms that, God loves me was crazy. Because I realized that it's not by my works alone. It's by faith. And I feel like a lot of people don't understand that. You need to know that God
it's not
is
easy
love.
to understand. It's not a concept you can you can talk about it, but like, okay, unconditional love from God. Like, do you really deep this?
Yeah.
Have you deep this
Yeah.
though? Because it's crazy.
It is.
It's crazy.
It is. But I love the topic because to me, I've been like, I realized that I've been a Christian in my entire life, but I've never understood God's love because I've always taken God's
Me
love
too.
as my parents' love. But they're
Yeah.
not the same. Because God
Like
has
if I
no
do
limits.
this, oh my God, He hates me now. I'm not
Exactly.
His child anymore. I've done this. Oh,
And I have to like fix myself in order to go back to God. But
Yeah.
God is saying, no, I want you when you fall and let me run towards you and lift you up. Let me be the one to lift you up. You don't have to get up and then come to me. God is telling you, I will do the lifting.
yeah. I used to think like you have to be a certain type of person to be able to be worthy of it. Like you have to like go to church every day, wear modest clothes, speak this type of way, act this type of way. So you preach the word, and I was like, in reality, I'm not doing any of that. So what's
Yeah.
my hope? But then I actually like got into it, and I was like, damn. So I don't really have to be all that to get all this. It's just faith, and it comes.
It is just faith. And that's why we have the girls get togethers, because we want girls to come together and realize that you're not like limited. It's not about like how you look or what you need to do. It's about, it's about just God's love for you. Like for me, for example, you've known me for a while. I'm not exactly like stellar child, perfect. I mean, I seem perfect, thank you. But like
Debatable, but okay.
but like I'm not stellar child, But like my point, like my whole point of starting it was just telling people that you don't have to be perfect to come to God. God is perfect, and that's enough perfect that you need,
Alright. So, okay, a question. Do you think like people are redeemable? Not in the eyes of God per se, because in the eyes of God, everybody is redeemable, right? But like in the eyes of other human beings, Like, for example, if somebody did you wrong, do you actually believe that they can change?
I think that they can change, but I think it's important to have boundaries.
How so?
I think that if you do something wrong to me,
Yeah.
the first time, I'll be like, okay, let's work on that. Because I feel like trust is a big thing, yeah? And once trust is broken, it's really hard to build
Get
that
it back
up.
because it won't be the same.
Yeah. And so I do think that you can work on like for me personally, I would try and work on whatever happened the first time, the second time. But I think that I would have to put a boundary if it becomes too much for me. If like, for example, let's say you keep like bad mouthing me behind my back, yeah? And I've found out multiple times, I keep telling you that, you shouldn't do this, let's work on it. You shouldn't do this, let's work on it. I feel like I reach a point where I'm just like, listen, I love you as a person, and as I should, as a Christian, but I need to draw a line. I cannot tell you all the things I used to tell you. I will not let myself be as open with you the way I used to be, because I feel like a level of that trust will be gone. So do I think people are redeemable? I'm sure they are, but I feel like you need to also prioritize your own space and create boundaries, because that's really important, or else people will keep hurting you. Because in the end, people are selfish. People are thinking about themselves. So if you're constantly thinking about redeeming other people and you're constantly thinking about giving people a second chance, you won't prioritize yourself. Yeah. And you need to prioritize yourself to some certain extent in order to prioritize others. It's back to that whole thing where if you don't love yourself, for me, I think of it as if I don't love God, then I can't love myself. And then if I can't love myself, then I can't love others.
Alright, that's an interesting thing. But for me personally, if you did something bad once and we done. we done. We done.
Like, you don't have to tell me twice.
You don't have to show me twice. You don't have to get a neon sign and like point it out for me. I get it. You don't like me. So
I think that humans have mistakes.
I
humans
get it.
make mistakes.
I get it.
Of course, it depends on like the size of the mistake. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
But humans make mistakes, and I think a second chance is okay. A third chance,
like a third chance is pushing it. Like you have to, I have to like need you to give you.
Like a third chance is like, I'm giving you this chance, but like I'm really checking you out. Like I'm not really actually giving you this chance. I'm kind of like testing you. I
feel like my second chance is more like that. I don't give people second chances. I don't know. Maybe it's a weakness in me. I have to like. I don't know. I don't find it as a weakness, truly. But once you do something wrong, because when I do the thing about me, I think especially like a lot, we have intuition, right? So we actually kind of get a gist of it. We kind of sense it, but we're like, no, I want you to prove me wrong.
Yeah.
And then you don't. You actually do the thing that I was thinking or that I felt that you would do. Like the negative energy actually confirmed it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, then it's charged, I guess. Then we move on. If I give you a second chance and I see like maybe you actually like, you deserve, I might give it, but it will be like at a distance.
Yeah.
Like I will be very like, at first maybe I just trusted you. I was like, I gave you the benefit of the doubt. So it was just, but this time I'll be observing you.
Yeah.
I will be very like evil. The walls will be up there. But yeah, that's
I mean, now going back to the last question you asked, one verse that couple of verses that I really love. 1 Corinthians 13, 4-8 talks about love and what love is. Love is patient, love is kind, all of that. The last verse, it talks about how love trusts. And I have trust issues, yeah? Like, even my team knows this. Like, even with work, I struggle with trusting people to do something sometimes. But, like, the biggest thing that I've had to come to terms with is in order to love someone, you need to trust them. So
that's the hardest part.
Yeah.
Because really
you can't truly love someone if you don't trust them with your heart.
That's the that's the part. That's it. That's where it's. Yeah. That's just not love.
Because then you'll be kind of on the edge with them, and then you won't actually be genuine with them.
Yeah, I feel like without trust, it's more like attachment of sorts.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like attachment.
Yeah. So I feel like, and attachment is really easy to get into.
It's really easy.
It's really easy for me to get attached to you, even though I don't trust a single part of you.
Yeah.
But that's because not how God created us.
Yeah, it's because you do something for me, and actually kind of want you. I want you to do it again. I want you to make me feel happy, like you made me feel happy a couple minutes ago. So
Yeah.
here we are, but I don't actually trust you like that.
Yeah.
And that's sad.
It is a sad way to live because
It
it's
is.
like you're never really in a point where you genuinely feel safe with anyone.
True. And living on edge, like living like you have to like fight throughout, that is very exhausting.
It is very exhausting.
It is.
It really is. And for me, I was reading that verse and it hit me. The last part, I've never read it before, I don't know why. It talks about love trusts, love protects, love perseveres, and love hopes. That hurt me so much. That hurt me so much. Because I was just like, I feel like I am almost none of these. I'm working on them, but I'm almost none of them. Because trust, protecting, I defend a lot. Do I protect? I don't know.
We don't know.
I don't know. You know? And it's like, it's just realizing that in order to really love someone, you need to trust. It takes a lot. And it's a process.
It is a process because you cannot be too sure about these people.
And
Are you
that's the
sure?
thing. People can be selfish, so you don't know what someone is actually thinking. Someone might tell you one thing and go and do the other.
Yeah. And sometimes it can even be subconscious. And that's the craziest thing. Like people can hurt you subconsciously and they don't know that they're doing it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because I remember someone said there are 3 sides to the story: your side, my side, and the truth. Everyone has their own view to something. You might think I hurt you, but I wasn't intending to. My view is I was actually trying to help you. But your view is that I tried to hurt you.
You try to hurt
And the
me.
truth is both sides are not wrong. It's just different perspectives. So it's just, you don't really know someone's intention behind something. And you just have to kind of trust that person blindly, which is also where it becomes hard.
Blind trust. That's crazy to me. Okay, another question is like, do our beliefs shape our reality, or does our reality shape our beliefs?
Oh, that's hard. That's actually so hard. That's so hard. It's hard because it's like asking me, if you were not Christian, yeah, would you have become Christian anyway?
Yeah.
You know, if you were not born in a Christian family, would have
Would
become,
you have
yeah,
become Christian
anyway.
Would you make that choice?
Yeah, or would you be living according to the world? And it's just hard because I think we shape our okay, of course not us, with God's help and everything, but I think that we do shape our reality because life is full of choices. Yeah, life is full of choices, and every choice you make brings a different outcome. So I think that we shape our realities and the choices that we make every day. You know, for example, I'll give you an example. It's a very traumatic example. Why am I giving a traumatic example? Anyway, it's like someone saying, I have to go to work early today. I have to be early. You know, usually they leave home at 8. Today wanaondoka 7:30. Bad luck happens. 7:30 there's a truck passing, brakes fail, they get hit. It was a choice they made. They didn't know, but it was a choice.
That choice brought an outcome.
Yeah. So I think that all our choices have outcomes. And I feel like it's a bit irresponsible of us to say that our realities shape our
beliefs.
yeah, because I think that we also, our beliefs kind of,
Because even believing is a choice.
it is a choice. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. I mean, then again, realities can play a really big part in kind of like, for example, if the person that was hit, maybe they weren't Christian before, so they get hit, they almost die, get an encounter with God, become Christian. So you know, like sometimes our realities do shape Nini.
Our beliefs.
Yeah, but
Because it's very controversial.
it is. But I really do think that then again, when they wake up and make that choice to become Christian, they've still made a choice. So it's the beliefs that have touched the reality rather than the reality affecting their belief. I feel like just a lot of things are a choice.
Yeah, everything is a choice. Every decision you make, everything is a choice.
And
Like
it-
even, yeah, and every choice has outcome, has consequences. You gotta deal with them, and you know.
And I think our beliefs do shape our realities. Because I feel like if I was not Christian and if I didn't believe what I believe now, I would be very different. And I think of this all the time. Yeah, I'm a very, maybe it's because I'm a last born, but I can be very unhinged sometimes. And so sometimes I think about it like this, like imagine if I was not Christian. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? The streets would be for me. No, I'm playing.
It's a safe space. Okay.
But I just don't know if I'd actually be the same person. And
My
kind
morals
of-
will be very questionable.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I'm not going to lie.
100%. Like I would actually be doing things that I would question myself now. 100%. So it's like,
Because even sometimes the way I think, it's a bit dark. I'm like, but I'm a Christian though.
you know,
so-
I've heard some of your dark thoughts. I remember you used to have dark thoughts when you used to have like the yellow ship.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you'd say something and be like, "That's not. Are you okay? Should I pray for you?" It's just a tiny bit concerning.
It was, but like, you know, we move, we learn, we learn and we heal.
Uh-huh.
We
It's
move
okay
on.
as long as you know they stay up here.
Yeah,
That's-
it's all here, it's all here. Eh, the intrusive thoughts.
They are there.
They are there. It's okay. So another segment of our podcast is called Celeb Tea and Celeb Tea. So what this actually is like we're discussing like trending things that are happening out there,
Okay.
international type stuff.
So,
So okay, so this one is from KYLIE. So KYLIE, it's not from KYLIE, but it's what KYLIE did. So she is reported that she is counterfeiting designs from smaller brands. So there are two incidents. There is one from there is a cake incident and there is a dress incident. Let's start with the cake one, right? So this is basically when KYLIE's team reached out to this cake designer of person. Her name, she's Yip something, she's Asian, something Yip, Amy Yip, I think. And they reached out. She makes this really different type of cakes. Like the designs are crazy. Yeah. So KYLIE's design, they had an event. So they reached out to her and they were like, we want to commission a cake. Then the girl was like, all right, cool, bet. And you won't have to pay any deposit because she's a smaller, she's not like a big brand.
oh, okay.
So she's just another person who just makes really good cake. So like what I'm noticing, she's like, you don't have to pay deposit, and actually I will be where you are, so you won't have to pay for this and this and this. Like she was really nice with them and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Hey, walichomfanyia. Later on, like they told her that, you know, actually we can't do this anymore. Like they canceled whatever it is and they didn't pay a deposit, they didn't sign any contract. So the girl was like, okay, cool, all right, because imagine the KYLIE's team inasema kwamba they don't have the budget.
Wow.
Mind you, KYLIE is a
Okay.
billionaire.
Love to hear that. Mhm.
KYLIE's a bit, but I think it comes from like her not having ever like spent her actual money, because like most of the events she goes to, like they're paid for, like
Sponsored,
and
yeah.
all that and all
Yeah.
that. So I don't think she's ever like taken something out of, and this is all launching her new brand in Naitwa Kai. Yeah, I will talk about it later. But like, yeah, so the event was to launch, I think it was to launch Takai, and so she had to pay out of pocket.
Yeah.
So in her cakes are quite expensive. They're expensive. They're like 300 to 700 something.
Okay.
But it makes sense.
Could be worse.
Could be worse, but it makes sense for the cake.
Yeah.
Like the cakes are different. They're not usual cakes.
Yeah.
So Kaya was like, we don't have the budget for it. So they cancelled. And it was like, she didn't think much about it. She was like, all right, cool. Since they didn't actually waste any type of money and whatever, let's leave it at that. Later on, in the event, they come and figure out that KYLIE got a cake and it was a knockoff of one of her cakes. Yeah, it was literally like she copy pasted basically. All she did was just like change the structure instead of, cause her cake it was like a bowl and nini. We'll share the images. It was like a bowl and stuff, and the other one it was like, you know, you had those zaivi. Yeah, and it had like strawberry. It was white with strawberries.
Yeah.
So like she basically copy and pasted it, and then you was like, what is this, girl? What are you doing? Why are you in Naniliu? But I don't think that went anywhere. I said this one is crazier than this, because this one, the cake girl, Yip, she just I don't know what happened. People were just reposting her and stuff like that. I don't know what happened. I don't know what concluded from that. But the dress one is crazy, because the dress one is the designer, this designer called Johansson, she makes these beautiful dresses, right? And she used to be one of Kylie's designers. She has styled Kylie once or twice in the past, right? So this brand has been there for 10 years. 10 years, keep that in mind, right? 3-4 years ago, they launched another, like, a clothing line, which became like a staple of, like, so when you speak Johansson, what comes into mind is one of those dresses in that line. Yeah, so they launched that. It was, the dresses were wonderful, chic, nice. Now this coming few days, when Kylie was launching, now Kai, the thingy, her brand or whatever, she posted, she didn't know that Kylie was launching something. So let's put the designer away now. Now Kylie launched it, and people were in Johansson's comments like, "Oh, I didn't know you collaborated with Kylie. Congratulations, da da da." And she was confused because,
what are you talking about?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And then she went on the actual page, and then she saw the dresses. And let me tell you, they're copy paste. Let me tell you, they're like,
jump scared.
She shouldn't even take the time to maybe add a little personal, add a accessory, a butterfly patterns. No, because her dresses, they go like very plain, like maybe it's a nude color, it's nude, or if it's black, it's black. In some thingies, apple. It's basically it. It's very simple, and Kylie just did the same thing.
What is going on?
And she even copied the components, how it's made. It's like 95% polyester and 5% spandex, which is basically the same of Johansson. It's the same composition. So it's crazy. Why would a billionaire? Yeah, and she contacted the team. She was like, okay, let me not panic. Let me contact Kylie's team. And she's like, these are knockoffs of my actual dresses, my designs. And they replied, these designs were created by hard work and innovation.
I love that. You
always understand the meaning of innovation.
Innovation,
Innovation.
They made it.
We made it. This is not yours. People are trolling, like Kylie's page. When you click the comments, everybody's like, "Oh, you've stolen." People are like trolling her.
But why would she need to if she can literally pay like high class designers to create?
That's the thing. And the thing is, and what's worse is that she's selling these dresses, which are a knockoff of Johansson. Kumbuka, Johansson is a designer, and designer things are expensive, right?
Yeah.
They're expensive. And Kylie is like cost cutting. Like what she's doing is she's selling them at literally half the price. So for example, a Johansson dress will cost like $700 or something. She's selling them at $35, $45. So that's bad for her business, because what the customers will be like, well, I'm getting the same thing at half the price. So why would I buy yours? I can just buy this for $35.
That really hurts.
So that is very chaotic. And why would she do this? She's a bit.
Like, that makes no sense to me, because if you can afford, but I feel like it's one of those rich get richer type situations where she's trying to look for more avenues.
But she has a lot going on though.
But like, I was listening to this TikTok actually. It's a TikTok, and I forgot the name of the guy. I'll try to look for him so that we can pin it or something. But basically, he was talking about the fall of grace of different celebrities, and he was talking why Kylie's brand wouldn't last. And I feel like he was talking basically about relevance and how she's not actually utilizing all that she can. And that's why, like, slowly she's becoming less known compared to her sisters. And I just feel like it's one of those grasps at, like,
she's just launching brands. She has Kylie Cosmetics, just the skincare. Now she has kuna perfumes, she gave me launch. Kuna this clothing brand she's launching. And I'm like, you're not gonna last if you're first of all copying. You have to be creative and you have to be relatable. That's the only way you can last in the industry.
And you need to have like a target audience. Have one thing that you will focus on and keep to that.
Yeah.
She had Kylie makeup, yeah.
Kylie Cosmetics was actually doing quite good.
So I'm just like, if she could base on that and kind of make avenue from it, I feel like that would be bigger, because once you start getting into everyone's field, there will be like gaps that you won't fill in, because you won't be like specific towards one thing.
Or if you can't come up with the original thought, you can basically hire designers and they can do that under your name. Most designers do that.
Yeah, because they have a big name.
They have a big name, so
she has a lack of.
Yeah, she can. It's the same thing Fenty is doing. She has a bunch of designers, and then at the end of the day, the ones that zimekuwa vizuri, they're the ones who walk the
And
runways.
how does she have a whole team like passing, like saying yes, these things should go? Like how is her whole team approving?